Hello everyone, Richard from Magic Scale Modeling speaking. So this is a very short tutorial regarding the dedicated part and the alignment, on the propellers and the engines for the Airfix DH98, the Aviland 98 Mosquito from Airfix. Scale 124, real beauty, huge kit, very impressive. For which we provide lights, the wing navigation lights, the tail navigation lights, the cabin lights, but also the lights for the dashboard. And this is the good news. I mean, when you look at the quality of the dashboard here, which is already prepared, I mean, to have some lights, surprisingly, because Airfix do not provide anything, I mean, regarding lights, but everything is already prepared. And once you will put all two LEDs in there to light up the dashboard as instructed by, and build the dashboard as instructed by Airfix, you will see that it's completely encapsulated, so there is no 3D printed part that we can add, which will bring any benefit. So dashboard quite easy, job done, many thanks. Up, I'm removing that one for the explanation. The next step. The next steps are the engines. So we do have the plastic Merlin engine built here. Wonderful opening at the end, I mean, to get our cable through. And we do have to drill here on the front side the housing for the electric engine. The electric engine is 7 millimeter diameter here, so we need to end up with a perfect circle here and perfectly aligned of 7 millimeter. So it's not a big deal, I mean, to do. You drilled up to 5. Maybe 6 if you like, and then personally I'm using this guy here, which is the Conical Knife. The Conical Knife do have 4 blades, you see 2 of them and 2 on the other side, which means that when you are at 6, for example, you just introduce this, okay, and go in one direction and bite in the other direction as well, and at the end you will end up with a perfect circle. This guy bring any oval back on track in a circle, and that's the beauty of this. And then from there, because it's really high precision tool, it will be a piece of cake, I mean, to get our engine perfectly aligned on this. And so you see it's presented now, and I give a gentle push, and here we go. And my engine is already in position. So yeah, quite straightforward and quite easy to do. Of course, we can manage to have it a little bit more aligned before gluing. When you glue it, of course, no glue in the front. Glue at the back, because then it will not move anymore, and you don't want any glue into the mechanism. It works not that good after gluing. I mean, on the front side. So this is for the engine. So quite straightforward, quite easy. The next step for the Mosquito goes about the propellers, and this is also the tricky part, because if we have the engine perfectly, aligned, the electric engine, and the shaft of the engine perfectly aligned with the Merlin and the kit, of course we need the propeller as well. And this is why we have provided those parts here, which will be really helpful. First, a word about the propeller. The propeller themselves are huge. Look at this. It's very huge. Because you have to build it, you have to assemble 3 different blades, you have to assemble the central parts and so on, and put everything together. There is a risk that your propeller will not be in balance. You will find a dedicated tutorial to that one, where we'll show you how to detect it and how to address it. So I will not go too far here, but just keep in mind that for such a big blade, such a large blade, the risk is there. What's the problem? I mean, if you don't take that into account, is the fact that when we record, an engine, like we did, for example, as the Lincolnshire Heritage Center, where we had privileged access to record the real scale Merlin engine. We like, when we can record an hesitating engine, the engine having some difficulties to start, because it's really visible. That brings more life, on the model, and we reproduce the by programming, our circuit board according to the soundtrack we do have. If you want to have the benefit of that subtlety in the program, the propeller must be balanced, because we will send instructions to the engine, with very, very small impulsions, where if the propeller is not in balance, it will resist, and you will not have the benefit. You will not see those small impulsions, and that would be a pity. Okay, back on the problem to get it center. Quite easy. So we do have here the propeller as Airfix instructed to mount it, and we will take all propeller, and we will cut down here that part here, here, and we only keep 2 millimeters from there. So this part will go away. But and we will take this one here that we will push through. So this is the 3D printed part. Oh, sorry for that. This is the 3D printed part that we will gently push through, and it comes. Of course, we will remove the exceeding part here. But before doing this, we will first have a trial, and we will see. We give a gentle push to get the engine on this. Put the engine back in place like this, Okay, and let's have a trial. Here we go. So what's the result? Oh, perfect alignment. Look at this guy. Beautiful. And that's exactly what we need. So we will wait now that it will stop. Sorry for that. We'll wait vertically to see if we do have a balance, yes or no. We don't have a balance, because you see there is one blade coming down. Let's try again. Look. It's hesitating, and there is one blade coming down. So which means that this one is not in balance. Look at this, always the same. So we'll have to sand one of them to reduce the weight and to make sure that it will break, that it will come back. But on the other hand, everything, you see, everything is going fine. It can only goes better. So there is nothing more complicated than what I've shown. So I hope that this tutorial is helpful. Whenever that will not be the case, please contact me anytime. The chat, we know that we can chat, we know that we have emails, we know that we have the Facebook page, we have the YouTube channel, and whatever you like. So many thanks for watching, and thanks for your confidence. Bye-bye.